dentist and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. Yeah, the magician's assistant in their dream. Oh.
Welcome to our project about the different markets in London. We have chosen them because it is a different way to visit this interesting city, and because the markets are a place that tourists visit regularly. Another reason is that I have already had the luck of going there and see the amazing place that they are. You can see a lot of colors and every single person is different. You can also see a lot of different types of food. We will talk about Camden Town, which is a place where we can find 4 different Camden markets. Everyone sells a different kind of things from clothes to fast food. We'll explain also Borough Market, which is London's most famous food market, a source of exceptional British and international produce. It is a haven for anybody who cares about the quality and provenance of the food they eat. Columbia Road Flowers has always been a very busy place because of their beautiful flowers and colors. So we recommend you to go early if you want to walk and see flowers calmly. This market only opens on Sunday.
So, have you ever been in Camden Market, Petticoat Lane Market?
I have, yes.
Okay, and which one is your favorite?
Which market in London?
Yes, is your favorite.
There are so many.
But you have to choose one.
I have to choose one market. Gosh. Borough Market.
Why?
Because I love food and there's a fantastic selection of food.
Okay, so how often do you go to a market like this?
Twice a month.
And do you think there are more tourists than local people at the market?
At the moment there's a lot of tourists. And yes, normally they're...
Like us?
Yes, like you and different nationalities, yeah.
And are cheaper the markets in here than Spain?
Probably more expensive here.
Yes.
Food is generally more expensive.
Okay. And sorry, it's so long, but it's okay. Do you think a market stall is a good inversion?
Sorry?
Do you think a market stall is a good inversion?
Where's the question? Do you think a market stall?
Yeah.
A market stall is great if it's very individual.
Okay. And do you think the food in the markets is a traditional of the city? Or
We have more and more farmers markets now all around the city. So it's kind of becoming normal.
and when you go to a different country, you go to the markets or you only visit the landmarks
I
and
like to go to the markets in whatever country I'm in. Yeah.
okay, and in Spain, have you went to a market?
It's a long, long time ago that I was in Spain, so I can't remember. But if I go to Spain, I would go to a market.
Okay. And do you come to the markets to buy things like food, clothes, or just for work?
I like to buy food here to take home. Yeah.
So we had finished the
Okay.
interview. Thanks.
very much.
Thanks. Goodbye. So let's start. And have you ever been to Spain?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, yes.
Okay. And so have you ever been in Camden Market and obviously Borough Market?
Yes, I have.
And you usually go once a month, twice a month?
Try to come here about once a week. I work just along there.
Okay. And do you think there are more tourists than local people at the market?
In the summer, yes.
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 Are cheaper the markets there than in Spain?
No, they're more expensive here. The Spanish ones are cheaper.
Okay. And do you think a market stall is a good inversion?
Yes, very much so, yes.
Okay, that's cool. Do you think the food in the markets is the traditional of the city, or there are more things?
I think here it's the tradition. Yes, this market's been here many, many years.
Okay. And do you see the same quantity of different clothing styles here than in the central of London? Not here, I mean in Camden Market.
Of clothing styles? I've never really looked. I live in my own little world. Don't know.
And have you ever been on a Spain market?
I have, but not for a long time.
Are cheaper the markets in here than in Spain?
Spain are normally cheaper.
Okay. And do you think a market stall is a good inversion, or
As good a what?
a good inversion?
A good
Inversion.
impression. Oh, inversion. Do you think market stall is good? Oh yes, no, definitely. Yeah.
And do you think the food in the markets is the traditional of the city, or?
Yeah, I think normally it's kind of like it's like a heritage, it's like a history thing. This has been here for 1,000 years, so normally it's kind of carrying on a heritage. Yeah.
Now we are in front of Buckingham Palace. We can see there is a lot of people because it's a very touristic place in London. So we decide to interview people here. Owing to this, we will have a lot of different points of view.
Have you ever been to Spain?
Yes.
Okay, so have you ever been in Camden Market, Borough Market, and?
Camden Market, yes.
Yep.
And Borough Market, yes.
Okay, which one is your favorite?
I prefer Borough Market
And why?
because I think that it is has more useful products in it. Camden Market is very touristy, it's full of clothes, whereas Borough Market has got all the things you really need, like food and drink and so on.
I think the same. And do you think there are more tourists than local people at the market?
Certainly Camden Market probably, Borough Market probably 50-50.
And are cheaper the markets in here or in Spain?
That depends where you are in Spain. If you are in Madrid, the markets can be quite expensive if you go to the tourist markets, but if you go to local markets, they're always a lot cheaper. That's the same here. If you go not to Borough Market or Camden Market, but to local markets, it's much, much cheaper.
Okay. Do you think a market stall is a good inversion?
Yes. I know people who run market stalls and they make a good living out of it.
And can you tell me why the Camden Market is so popular?
No,
You can.
I don't really like it. I guess it's cool.
Yeah.
And it's popular with young people, basically.
Okay. What would you change from this market? Not from this. I mean, from Camden or from Borough. Choose one.
Camden Market, I think it would be good if it served more things that are needed by the local people, not tourists. Borough Market I like.
Okay, and when you go to a different country, do you go to the markets or only to visit landmarks and something like this?
No, if I go to, say, Spain, I will often do shopping in the markets.
Okay, so the the final question is, what would you say? Do you come to the markets to buy things like food, clothes, or just for work?
I do most of my shopping in the markets. I live in Suffolk and we have a great market in Bury St Edmunds, so I do most of my food shopping in the markets.
Okay, so that's all.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's luego.
As you can see, we visit Camden Market and Borough Market, and there were a lot of people. Camden Market is made of other markets that they are called Camden Lock Market, Camden Lock Village, and Camden Bow Street Market. There you can find everything that you are looking for. You can buy food, clothes, and every accessories that you can imagine. To arrive there, you can go to Oxford Street, take the underground, wait for 2 stops, and after take the other line, which is in front of the one that we had taken before, and wait for one more stop. In this documentary, you'll see that we have had interviewed a lot of people in London and the things we can highlight about the difference between a Spanish and an English market. One of that we can highlight is that the Spanish market is more cheaper than an English market. But although this, English people prefer English markets because there are more quality and traditional things. And finally, the most important thing is that everyone thinks that a market is a really good investment.